Hey, what's up? It's Jason with Jams.net. Follow along. We're going to chase a classic G20 1991 Chevy conversion van. Let's go. So as I mentioned in the intro, I am after a 1991 Chevrolet G20 conversion van. Now, you might remember I've looked at these vans as the contractor van. I guess last year I looked at one, and I didn't go after it. And I've always wanted an RV or a conversion van, mainly to take to some of the car swaps that I go to and some of these little flea markets that I go to that are automobilia related. I don't want to spend a ton of money, and I'm starting to think I just may not need a Class C RV. Frankly, I'm not a camper, and I probably won't do any camping of any extent. And when I look at Class B RVs, the prices are just absolutely astronomical. It doesn't make any sense for what I want. So I started going down the path of conversion vans. And this conversion van is located about 20 minutes away from the building in central Pennsylvania. And it is a 91 one owner. The original owner is who I'm meeting with. So he's an older gentleman. It's in super good shape from what I can tell with the pictures. Obviously, seeing it in person will give me a better idea. And the G20 van, I remember, I don't know, I guess it was like a 2021, Hoovie's Garage had one of these, and I was really amused by it. And he ended up selling it on Cars and Bids for only $13,000, and it was very well sorted, and it had, only 91,000 miles. This is the V8, and the G20 van, it's a 5.7 liter V8. And it is a rear-wheel drive, so it's going to drive much like a truck. This has cloth interior. It's blue with blue interior. Some of the paint above the windshield appears to be peeling off or coming off. The bumper and chrome all looks very solid. The tires look like they could use some new ones. And overall, it seems like it's been kept in really good condition. And they're asking more than I want to pay. And this is something that I'm only going to buy if I get a really good deal on it, because I'll frankly use this 4 times a year, and it's more of novelty. I won't be taking this to a car show or Cars and Coffee, maybe some type of old conversion van show. So I'm driving there now. I'm about 20 minutes away. And when I get there, I'll cut the camera on and we'll take a look at it together. So thanks for tuning in as I chase this 1991 Chevy G20 conversion van. Okay, so I am deep into the woods right now, going towards some type of campground deep into central Pennsylvania. So I am about 8 minutes away, not that far, but I hit a mixture of gravel roads and now these hard-packed roads and some asphalt roads. But the cool thing about chasing all of these cars is the adventure. You never know where you're going to go, and you never know what you're going to see. I should be there, like I say, in a few minutes. That's a big old campground. I saw an RV at the end of this road broken down, but this is that's a packed RV location for this time of year. They have some little yurts up over there as well, it looks like, or something. But yeah, this is a interesting location. So now I'm hitting more gravel road, and there's no winter maintenance back here, so you probably don't want to come this way when it snows, because they are not plowing. I've been driving on this gravel road for 2 miles so far. Went over a few old rickety bridges, but supposedly I'm getting close. I haven't seen anybody. Oh, there's a house. Finally, I'm starting to hit civilization. So now I'm hitting asphalt again. So I suspect I just cut over or cut through the valley, thanks to Google Maps, to save time. I got to imagine there's a better way to get here, because this is like a development now. it looks like, you know, developed homes and communities and whatnot. Almost there. Okay, so I just pulled up. There is the van. So now I just got to go over to the house and get them to come meet me. Yeah. How many miles are on it? Okay. Does this thing just open up? What's that? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, these have a decent... Like if it drains the battery or something? If it sits?
What I did is we put a new recliner in it.
Yeah.
And either where they stapled it or something, they shorted it out.
Oh, okay.
And that's
Just
why,
what the lights at the top?
yeah, you see those
Yeah.
lights up
Can you
there?
just like disconnect the lights and pull the fuse?
I think if you,
Yeah.
if you can just pull the fuse and do away with those up there.
Yeah.
But I do have a throw switch on it.
Yeah, I have an old car where I have like a battery disconnect on it. So what, this thing just completely folds down?
Yeah.
I have no idea. What do you, like, manually or how does that work?
There's a button up there.
There's a button there and there's one in the back.
And I can start it and put it on.
I'll be curious to see how it goes, yeah.
And those pillows, you don't need them in there. They go with the rest of the bed. You know,
Okay.
when it's down, then you use these things.
Nice.
And you just,
That's kind of nifty, huh?
and then there's a button over on this side too. To
Oh, so if
put
you're in
it-
like the
if
back.
you're in the back. And then those pillows just lay back there. And,
Oh.
and I'd put the egg carton back here and the boys would sleep as little curtains.
Oh, yeah.
And you could hang them.
Hang them, okay.
And
Oh, it's a cool little,
didn't realize that you have to stop like at noontime to get a hotel at some of these
Oh,
places.
yeah.
So then we would, I think the kids have,
Yeah, they don't have, I mean, you gotta really be a road trucker or a camper, I think, to, you know. Vent on here. Can I turn this fan on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's still blows, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. 166,000 miles, right? Yeah. And then these are just for the lights and everything up here.
Yeah.
I'll cut this off. And what is fan? What does that mean?
Well, the fan in the back.
Oh, like just like literally a fan. Doesn't
Right, yeah.
does it work? The fan? Yeah. Well, it was green. Okay. Yeah. So it's not. That's not hooked up to the air. That's just a straight fan. That's not like blowing this, is it?
Yeah.
It is blowing. Okay.
Get that new
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the lights that you were talking about. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Put you turn the back of it. I think we had brakes maybe a year ago, last night. And it runs good. Running.
yeah.
Old cars, we would store a lot of old ones. Yeah, I just did a 1948 Crosley. If you know anything about the old Crosleys. Okay, so I just pulled away from the house and I pulled off to set the camera back up. So what is my feedback? 1991 Chevrolet G20 Conversion van, well cared for, but well used. I'm not going to try to sound too picky, but I want to kind of convey what struck me. The air conditioning isn't working. However, you know, it is 30 plus years old, so it probably just needs a charge. But they said the car didn't have a lot of rust. I noticed a lot of the paint bubbling with clear signs of deep rust and rot underneath of it. And the underbody, because this car lived in Pennsylvania, it certainly was pretty rusty. Again, I deal with a lot of Land Rovers in my car collection, so I'm not afraid of rust. But you know, I can be picky because I don't need this vehicle. There's tons of them available. But what really worried me was he moved it from the back of the house to the front, and there was a visible oil leak dripping where I put my hand on it and I could pour up a bunch of oil, and I crawled up underneath of it a little bit, and I could very much see where the oil was dripping from, and it looked like it was a bit around the oil filter, which is easily accessible on those vans underneath. So not a major issue, but something I would have to address. And there's a parasitic battery draw. So after 2 days, he says the battery is completely drawn. So he has to hook up a battery disconnect, which I'm okay with. However, I intend to have a heavier draw on the van electric system. And if there's an unknown battery draw, that's just could become an absolute nightmare very quickly to track down, trace, and figure out what's going on. So the net is, I didn't eliminate the van. I basically told them, let me know when other people look at it over this weekend. And if your price comes down or nobody else wants it, we can possibly discuss. But at their asking price, which is the high 7,000s, this just isn't a van for me. So I'm going to politely pass on it as of right now, and we'll see where it leads. Again, I look at a lot of these RVs, I look at a decent amount of conversion vans, and I keep netting out to the same thing. And like I said on one of the other videos, perhaps this just is not for me. I don't know. I think the idea of having one sounds great, but I'm not sure I want the maintenance of this in my car collection. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Maybe if you're interested in it, I can hook you up with them. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to jams.net. It means a lot to me. I have a lot of fun with these videos. I'm still on this gravel road. That's why it's so bumpy. See you soon.